The Lost Treasure. Leo was an adventurous boy who loved to explore the world. He had a map of the world on his wall, and he marked all the places he wanted to visit. One day, he found an old book in his grandfather's attic that told the story of a hidden treasure buried somewhere in the Amazon rainforest. Leo was fascinated by the story, and he decided to go on a quest to find the treasure. He packed his backpack with some essentials, and he sneaked out of his house in the middle of the night. He took a taxi to the airport, and he bought a ticket to Brazil. He didn't tell anyone where he was going, because he wanted to surprise them with his discovery. He arrived in Brazil, and he hired a guide to take him to the rainforest. He showed him the book, and the guide agreed to help him. They took a boat down the river, and they entered the dense jungle. Leo was amazed by the sights and sounds of nature. He saw colorful birds, exotic animals, and beautiful plants. He felt like he was in a dream. They followed the clues in the book, and they reached a clearing where there was a large stone statue of a jaguar. The book said that the treasure was hidden under the statue's paw. Leo was excited, and he ran towards the statue. He lifted the paw, and he saw a hole in the ground. He looked inside, and he saw a wooden chest. He opened it, and he gasped. The chest was empty. Leo felt a wave of disappointment and anger. He had traveled so far, and risked so much, for nothing. He turned to his guide, and he saw him smiling wickedly. He realized that he had been betrayed. "Sorry kid, but I got here first. I took the treasure a long time ago, and I left this book for some fool to find it. And you were that fool. Thanks for leading me back here, though. I always wanted to see this place again." The guide pulled out a gun, and he pointed it at Leo. "Goodbye kid." He pulled the trigger, but nothing happened. The gun was empty too. Leo stared at the guide in shock, not sure what to make of the situation. Suddenly, he heard a rustling in the bushes behind him. He turned around, ready to run if necessary. Out from the foliage stepped a group of Amazonian tribesmen, their faces painted in fierce colors and their bodies covered in intricate tattoos. Leo's guide, who had been so confident just moments before, now looked terrified. The tribesmen approached slowly, and Leo could see that they were carrying spears and bows. They didn't seem hostile, but he couldn't be sure. The guide was sweating profusely now, and he tried to back away, but one of the tribesmen stepped forward and grabbed him by the arm. Leo watched in horror as the guide was dragged away, screaming and pleading for mercy. The tribesman disappeared into the jungle, leaving Leo alone with his thoughts. He realized that he had been foolish to come all this way without telling anyone where he was going. He didn't even know how to get back to civilization. But he refused to give up. He would find a way to survive in the jungle, and he would make it back home eventually. Days turned into weeks, and Leo learned how to live off the land. He ate fruits and nuts, and he caught fish in the river. He made a shelter out of leaves and branches, and he slept on the ground, surrounded by the sounds of the rainforest. One day, as he was exploring the jungle, he stumbled upon a hidden cave. Inside, he found a treasure trove beyond his wildest dreams. Gold coins, precious jewels, and ancient artifacts lay scattered about. It was the lost treasure he had been searching for all along. Leo couldn't believe his luck. He loaded up his backpack with as much treasure as he could carry, and he made his way back to civilization. When he arrived home, he was greeted as a hero. His family and friends were amazed by the stories he told, and he became a legend in his own time. Leo never forgot the lessons he had learned in the jungle. He had discovered a treasure far greater than gold or jewels: the power of perseverance, the joy of exploration, and the satisfaction of a job well done.